Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another midweek edition of Muscle in the Morning. We're starting today's show off with some good news for all of our South American bodybuilding fans. And that's the new show dates for the Arnold Brazil. As many of you already know, this year's Arnold South America was canceled because of COVID-19, which has already had an enormous impact on the 2020 season. However, a few days ago, the Arnold Sports Committee announced their plans to bring bodybuilding back to Brazil next year, with the new dates of the show scheduled tentatively for April 23rd, 24th, and 25th. We've covered this show before, and I can tell you from experience that it's a fantastic event, and I'm sure that once they're able to regroup, that next year's contest will end up being well worth the wait. Now that summer is here and the world is finally starting to get back to normal, I feel this year we'll see the whole sun's out, guns out thing taken to an entirely new level. And if there's one guy who should be on the front lines leading the charge, don't you think it should be Ray Edmonds? As the leader of the pack in the men's physique division, Ray isn't just the standard bearer for right now, he's also the model for what's coming next. He's the one the next generation is looking at as far as what they need to go beyond. And as he starts to enter his prime, it'll be fascinating to see how this division moves forward over the next few years. Look for a bigger and better Amit this summer. Those are the words from a source inside Amit Roy's team, who went on the record recently to give an update on Amit's status heading into the 2020 season. If you can remember back to 2018, Amit showed that he was one of the standout rookies in his class from day one, which is why it came as a big shock when he decided to sit out the entire last season. The last time Amit competed in the division was an entirely different place. We had a different champion, a handful of different athletes on the Olympia stage, and a big group of untested athletes who hadn't come into their own yet. So now that Amit is ready to jump back into the fold, I'll be curious to see how he fits into the new landscape of the classic physique division. Here in the United States, Georgia was one of the first states to start opening up gyms and small businesses after a shutdown that lasted almost 2 full months. And wouldn't you know it, almost as soon as the doors opened, there was Sidney Gillon getting right back to business as usual. In a lot of ways, this is a huge year for Sid because she has the chance to become the first woman to ever win 4 consecutive Olympia titles. And considering the circumstances and the fact that Sidney hasn't been training or competing and giving her body a chance to fully recover, well, it almost creates a perfect storm scenario for her to come into this year's contest running with a full head of steam. So if things play out the way, well, many people are anticipating, Sidney could be 6 months away from creating her own special place in history. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.